The first topic of Journey to the West is Lingroot Yuyun source outflow. Well, actually, it is the story of the right path of mind practice. So here's the opening poem. The poem says that chaos is not divided into heaven and earth chaos. Since Pan Yu broke through Hongmeng and clear the load from here. Group life nourishes Homo sapiens invention. Want to know the employees of the Creation Association? You must watch the evil legend of Journey to the West. It doesn't really make any sense, just to set the mood. A lot of genie novels. The dream of red mansions begins. The key lies in the last sentence. Want to know the employees of the Creation Association? Hey, you have to wonder how the gears of fate turn. What about this Journey to the West? So what happened? Maybe because the original drama Journey to the West, in order to rub this, is very popular. This is all my guess. It's really a book. Evil can be understood as suffering, confusion, and disaster. So, the purpose of the book Journey to the West just to solve your very doubts. Clear. Ancient and modern. Always feel. Do you have the responsibility to educate the world? In short, people have good intentions. It's also that I don't like those reasons for theories. Interpreting Journey to the West. This is completely contradictory to the main idea. Just as Li Juo said when commenting here. Why don't you read Journey to the West? Look at it. What's next? Read the Num article. It just introduces the context in which the story takes place. You can make it clear in a few words. Hey, what about Here is also a comment that the poem of Journey to the West should be nice. If you seek knowledge through literature, then I'm convinced. Science. Oh, these poems? But what about literarily? Look, this is not what I said. I finally got to the point. Dongsheng Shenju Oleguo. Its shape is exactly 365 degrees on a Sunday. The appearance of Zhugang gossip. Anyway, it's the only one born in Lingen. Sun and moon essence cracked on this day. A stone egg falls out. When he saw the wind, he turned into a stone monkey. This monkey is just like any slowly other learn newborn to crawl monkey. And walk. Hey, that one said. In fact, it is a newborn calf. They are still unsteady. What about people? Just like the one who kneels down to heaven. So I came up with a name called Bai Sifang. It's all used to educate others. These are nothing. The key is that this monkey is also bathed in 2 golden lights. This stuff sounds awesome. Like Superman. The Jade Emperor quickly summoned all the civil and military officials. Wait until the clairvoyant downwind ear explains the situation very calmly. Don't worry about him. Hey. That wouldn't be enough. This involves an understanding of Taoism. Is it closer to the origin of the heavenly axiom? Once contaminated with the dirt of the world, this ability disappears. The golden light disappears. You should be dizzy with golden light. Mother has eaten. It's like we ate. And that Monkey King? So you can have this ability temporarily. How many calamities has the Jade Emperor survived? I guess before this. That's why I calmly said don't worry about him. I see a lot of people saying ah. In fact, someone specially designed it and put it there. Some say it is the Tathagata. In fact, it's all a picture. You don't care what happened. After all, there's a reason. Inexplicable thing. So Sunwukong is such a magical monkey. It's all natural. Can't accept. In the actual original text, since the beginning of time, sun essence moon flower. Then there is the meaning of understanding. To put it bluntly, it is born. Nature is always the highest. as the so-called human law. Tao is natural. Sunwukong is amazing. In fact, it is naturally occurring. Everything in the world. If there is no epiphany? What about this kind of thing? But the Jade Emperor was wrong this time. Sunwukong has the heart of enlightenment. What's next? Inexplicable. The original text says that I dare to be idle today. Go look for the source. It appears many times in Journey to the West. It can also be called the origin. In fact, it is the common mother of human beings. All have the purpose of tracing back to the source. Just the three-body we talked about earlier. Isn't he also seeking the origin of the universe? I suddenly remembered to track down the source. This reminds me of the 2001 Space Odyssey movie, the ape that threw bone sticks into the sky. The monkeys know how to find a source. Lifetime. But look for the source. In fact, most monkeys, they were also frightened by the waterfall. I'm going in, good monkey. Break through this fog, then find the source. Where is Xiyou? Which one has the ability to get in and find a source? You see, from ancient times to the present? After all, they are a minority. After Sunwukong jumped into the water curtain cave, and pans inside, he discovered any guy has everything. This place turned out to be an immortal mansion in a paradise. It's a Taoist term.
道教认为世间有着10个大洞天
36 small holes and 72 blessed They lands. Are all different dimensions hidden in famous mountains and rivers. This is like a three-body. What about inside? It has its own set of heaven and earth, and the universe is connected if you want to enter it, world. Read. Not everyone can see. According to Taoism, they all became immortals. So a lot of people think there is a special immortal left for Sunwukong. Which boss designed Sunwukong? Actually think so. Although you can get in, but he's not real after all. Same as the small universe mentioned in the three-body. Can you? That is when you have an epiphany about certain practices, you can see into those caves. What if you don't realize that realm? Flowing down. This so-called paradise? You see the original. Stone monkey bright eyes squatted and jumped in. Close your eyes. So Xiyou commented again here? Too bad I never saw. In fact, everyone is a god of food. Big brother, little sister. Just be attentive. Pardon me? Everyone is a god of food. Back to Journey to the West. Then say to the monkeys, we all go in. Don't let it get to you. After the monkeys heard it, Sunwukong said that you are not subject to the breath domineering. Of God. Everyone's state of mind. Isn't it a holy place completely free from outside interference? Naturally. The original poem says, knowledge contains the essence of the sun and the moon. Fake pedal name with one way. Internal officials are phaseless. All generations have belonged to this. Call the king and the Saint Zheng Eng, although these troubles in the mundane world. But after all, you have to face the love of life and death. Although I am happy, but a little foresight. What about the monkeys? The king is so dissatisfied. Unconvinced Kirin man. and not subject to the constraints of the human throne. Freedom is an infinite blessing. Hey, why don't these monkeys can only be monkeys? And that's satisfying. You don't think about things that are further away. They just follow. Sunwukong got a light. After all, there is no real epiphany from the bottom of my heart. But Sunwukong is not. It must be traced back to the source. Then, in front of him. So Yoma Lao Su, my grandson, is coming. Maybe it's a little early. It's still early. It is to learn the ability to deal with life and death first. There's an old, knowledgeable monkey in the group. What about this world? There are 3 kinds of Buddha immortals. This is not up to the king of hell. Hey, just go to them and learn a skill. According to our previous explanation of the Taoist cave heaven here and ancient cave fairy mountain, where the immortals mentioned by the old monkey are located. So this one might have to ask? Sunwukong continued to close his eyes. Can you just think of him in your heart? Open the heart of enlightenment. But you have to say, that's not going to work behind closed doors. At least, you also have to communicate with those who are better than you. The so-called Mayawan Jasper confidant. So you see, immediately know what to do. This sentence jumps out of Reincarnation King. Say Sunwukong? The day was planned. Li Zhuo commented here so forever. Life and death are constitutional. Take action now. Strive to achieve. Hey, isn't this worth learning from? Across the ocean for a few days. Came to Nanshan Buzhou. Think of this as a major human habitat. In fact, it means the secular world. You have to go through the ups and downs in the mundane world. Then, what are you talking about becoming an immortal? Those experts who have never been exposed to the bottom and the managers. People. What? What about really effective research and rules? According to the ambassador in the 3-body system. What about Sunwukong? After several years of training in Nanshan Prefecture. Getting up early and sleeping late, riding a donkey, mule, and steed. I only worry about the food and clothing. Why are you afraid of Yanjun offering sacrifices to children and grandchildren for wealth? Pretty much the same thing. Sunwukong is used to seeing the hot like and mortal cold world in the world. Where to go? Came to Rhino Hezhou. Just landed. Didn't you say it earlier? They are all hidden in famous mountains and rivers. Naturally, there will be caves. I met a woodcutter. It's singing that fairy song there. Hurry up. He looks at it. No ordinary woodcutter. Shouting out. What happened to the woodcutter? It's just that the fairy is his neighbor. Then I told Sunwukong. It's called Master Subhuti. As soon as Sunwukong heard the news of the immortals, which led to a learning of the Monkey King. What does Huangju, who wrote the book Journey to the West, think? Come and enchant this Monkey King. It didn't say it clearly. But what about the immortals in Journey to the West? Often incarnate as various passers-by. So here's a woodcutter. It's not necessarily impossible. It actually means star. We just said that. It is also a book of psychological cultivation. It has been mentioned countless times. Journey to the West. What about Sunwukong? Fall down, countless kowtows, side master. 志行常理呀. The excitement of finally finding Shanfang. It all comes out of these few words. What stands out is the word true. He is also the founder of Subhuti. Let's see. At first, Patriarch Subhuti has been testing the monkey's sincerity. "What's your name?" the monkey replied. As for the patriarch, he was annoyed when he heard this.
因为他说这个地方离这太遥远了。
It feels like going out and walking around the back mountain. The patriarch thinks he is dishonest. I have traveled for more than a dozen years. The patriarch just gave up. The monkey says he has no last name, no surname in life. Those two words? The meanings are quite different.
我们把这里理解为猴子没听明白问话。那怎么会不知道姓什么？
I think he doesn't just understand. For the matter of spiritual practice, temperament is crucial. What if you have a stubborn heart? Doesn't that mean that this patriarch taught a demon king?
就算你心性善良，
After all, you have a proposition. It's not easy to accept, and a blank sheet of paper. So, it is equivalent to the monkey directly telling the patriarch. I can still see that this monkey is in a hurry. Patriarch did not show any emotion. Well, the monkey replies that he has no parents. Then, Patriarch, what's your performance?
祖师闻言暗喜道：“哎，这等说。”
The word secretly happy is what he values most. It was said at the beginning of the video.
未经人为干扰的纯字
is the closest to the Tao. He is both a sexless blank sheet of paper. Then why not take him as a disciple? So start here. They named the monkeys. Patriarch said he. Hey, what about these two words? One is Xiyou. One is a child, a grandson. Musician Yin the. This is not good.
系者应系正合婴儿之本。
According to the ranking in the door. So it ended up being called Sunwukong. A few words will give you the whole board. Actually, it's worth talking about. There are already many versions of the story of Journey to the West. What about monkeys? In
That's
many
Sunwukong.
previous stories. Of course, it could be explained. And what about this Subhuti patriarch? So, the reason why the patriarch named the monkey Sunwukong? In fact, it is Journey to the West that explains it for the first time. What about Journey to the West? It is based on the name of Sunwukong. Make up a saying. That person may have to ask. There's an empty word there. What do you mean? Hey, you don't say. This Subhuti patriarch? But the source of the character is said. Among the Tathagata's top 10 disciples?
这而这位须菩提尊者呢？
And empty? They think emptiness is not nothing. It was everywhere.
三体里面
Didn't the abbot in that temple just tell him that it was empty? Empty of all differences. To enjoy a freedom. Therefore, Subhuti, as the number one emptying the void, isn't that the best? As said at the end of the first episode. Break the stubborn emptiness.